So why she's not taking you serious is going to come down to so many different things. And you got to look at your situation and see what is the pattern that keeps going on, not only with the woman you're currently dealing with, but with other women. Because the thing about this is that you have to fix it in order to please that next woman. Because most of the time, women have the same things that they like about a man. And it's normally specific things that you guys might be like, well, no, it's not that easy to give, or I don't have it going on. In other words, what you can fix and have control over, that is going to be your main focus. I'm also going to dive into exactly your situation, the different things that's really the reason of why she is not taking you serious. And so make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I would love for y'all to drop part 2 if you want a part 2, so I know to bring it up really quickly, and other types of videos that you want, whether I've done it already or it's already up there, I will bring another version. So back to this topic, there is the beginning, there's the middle, and the end. So there's a process of her trying to figure out, does she like you in the beginning? What is it that she likes about you? And also her own situation. She has situationships going on with somebody else. Does she have a few guys she's talking to? Or one other guy that she goes back and forth from? Or does she monkey branch? Right? So that's all in the beginning stage, plus more things, y'all. And it goes deep. So let's get into the middle stage, though. The middle stage normally looks like she's going back and forth, but she might have stronger feelings for you, or just generally is more interested, or there's beneficial reasons. Beneficial reasons is a common one, but unfortunately with beneficial reasons is because of the benefits that she sees in you remains the reason why you stay in her life. That is one thing that there is no discussion about. There's no trying to really get deeper into. If you know that is the case, you know that you have to give this, and it's not something that you necessarily want to give out, and she only remains when you do that, then there's an issue right there. Now, I hope that's not your situation, but that is something that does happen all the time. You want to have the leverage, right? And transform your dating game. Now, if you have game already, you have the charisma going on, or you get a woman, but you don't know what to do with them sometimes, this is going to be perfect for you. If you feel like it's such a struggle to understand a woman's mindset, also just knowing your own purpose, knowing how to elevate, sometimes it's tricky. What this does for you with the things that I provided is having you have a better understanding. And I made it even better by including my personal experience. Check it out so you know how an alpha male is like that wins over a woman, and a sigma male, how he does his game, what he's like, the things that women really like. And so you could go ahead and perfect it in all aspects, especially if she's leading you on or giving you mixed signals or making you feel like she likes you one moment and then playing the cold hot games. It's not fun at all, but there's also getting leverage. There's also seeing the opportunity to have the power dynamic on your side and understanding how to pull back and not even deal with those mind games. All of these problems that you need a solution to, go ahead and click the links down below, find what is gonna work for you. And I also have bundle deals available. Make sure you check it out by clicking the link. Let's backtrack a little bit though. When you have other reasons, such as, let's say she's not feeling you so much, but she likes something about you, right? So there's gonna be maybe another guy that's competing with you, and that guy might not even know he's competing for you. Sometimes, yes, a girl will tell that other guy or tell you like, hey, I'm talking to somebody new, I'm not really taking you serious, or I can't really take you serious. And then there's other times like, hey, we're in the talking stage, I'll talk to whoever I want. There's so many things that come up. Oftentimes, yes, it could be excuses, but then also sometimes it's her trying to figure out what she wants, who she wants. So let's go back to you specifically. There is not the full package going on with you. And let's just be real, whether she's asking for the most or she's not actually so about you, that's what's happening. So if there's a lack and she wants to keep specific guys around, it's because she wants to feel complete, and she feels like in these voids that need to be filled, it's only going to be filled if you guys go ahead and come in. She's going to end up needing 2 or 3 different guys. It's never going to be one guy. And that's specifically because if it is one guy, then she has to end up, and this is going to happen oftentimes, then she's going to have to end up trying to figure out, oh, who's going to be the best one for her? And then going back and forth happens so much because she's so unsure, and then emotions are attached, right? So then she's thinking, I don't want to lose him, all of these things. But most times she can never get to the point of actually taking you fully serious because you're competing, you don't even know it. But then again, she does not know what she wants. Now, let me just break that down even more. She could like something about you, but it's not strong enough for her to say, let me let go of everything else, or let me let go of my self-sabotaging ways, or just in general, letting somebody in my ears, the outside influence. It could be that friend that honestly cock blocks or gets in her head, or it could be a family member that says, I don't like him. Something like that could happen. There's so many different reasons. It could be her life as well. Sometimes it could be what she's doing with her life. She might be intimidated by you. She could be feeling misunderstood. That's why communication is always going to matter, but that's just one aspect. I'm about to get deeper into actual situations out there, but go ahead and comment if you are still stuck on her or you are moved on. Just say moved on if that's what's going on. But if you're still stuck, comment still stuck. I know this happens oftentimes when you feel like there's a reason to still stay there. And I'm going to say this to you in the nicest way. There is no reason. When you get the doubts, same way a woman is telling herself, oh, my intuition is telling me he's no good. And not every time is going to be accurate to the fullest extent. But the same way that she's saying, well, I could find better. And although delusion could kick in, you don't want that to happen because rational thinking will kick in afterwards when reality really hits you hard. And so making excuses or sometimes is becoming in denial of the situation that you're actually in could happen so naturally. And so you don't want that to happen because then you find yourself keeping up, sticking with it, or putting up with things that you don't want to. And that's why I created ebooks. That's why I created other digital products and things that are on my website that can absolutely solve those problems for you. It's not just how woman nature is, but it's also sometimes what are you doing? How to make yourself the overall valuable man that women love and they just cannot resist. And winning with women can be way easier than y'all think. It's really tapping into understanding her mindset. But what you just got to do, yes, charisma is nice and your aura and your vibe and having game is going to work. But oftentimes you got to know how to get to the next level, the next step. If you're going to be ignoring or if there's other stuff that you have going on, it could be about anything self-improvement, back to dating. Consultations are available for that. Book your consultation. Let's get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Click that link, give you the best solutions out here for y'all. Make sure you check it out if you want to advance yourself. And so for her to take you really serious, you have to remember to yourself as well, what do you keep doing as a mistake? When she's not taking you serious, there's clearly something that she's continuously doing that you should not be putting up with. You have to remember that as a key thing because when you keep doing it, that means you're allowing it to keep happening. So let me give you a few examples. Let's say if she wants you back in her life, she's going to come back around, say a few cute things, get in your head, and boom, now you're with her or you're dealing with her. That's one example. Another example, let's say if she dated somebody else or started talking to somebody else, like all it takes is actually walking down the street and the guy's looking at her and she's looking back and then she gives out her number. So if that happens, then she ends up taking him more serious or she doesn't have time for the both of y'all. What will happen then? She feels like she still has you wrapped around her fingers. And so that leads on to she will still keep you around. And that means if she has to do a few things, send you a few things, whatever. It doesn't mean it costs her a lot or it's not a big deal. Or sometimes she'll really go out of her way. That doesn't happen too often, but that could be the case as well. With that being said, whatever happens that she has to end up doing because she knows she has you wrapped around her fingers, all it's going to take is for her to go ahead and say those few things. And as I said, if it's going to be actions that she has to do, that's all it's going to take. And that's all that she got to do to get you back around. There are so many simple examples like her just telling you, hey, I want to talk. Or, hey, I want to see you. Or, hey, I want to do this and do that. Let's get on the game. Let's go ahead and meet up somewhere. Let's go ahead and go to a lounge. Let's go ahead and talk. Get on FaceTime. Let's go ahead and do some audio texting, voicemails instead of texting because she wants you to hear her voice. She wants you to remember who she is and go back to those old feelings and sometimes even reminisce. And that's where you don't want to get caught up because when you see that she does not take you serious, you have to understand your worth is beyond that. And so if you choose to continue to deal with that, deal with her ways, deal with whatever she's giving to you, is you letting her know that it's completely okay and it's decreasing your own worth. In other words, you're going to lessen yourself. There's no other way around it. And that simply means if you want to undo it, you got to separate yourself. You got to release yourself. Let's put it like that. Because some of y'all feel like you're stuck or you can't help yourself. And some of y'all are really emotionally attached. And so let's practice. Let's treat it as a practice. And this is how I'll wrap up the video. Treat it as a practice that you have to separate yourself from her. And so it's not going to happen overnight oftentimes, but take baby steps. Sometimes y'all are ready to jump the gun and be like, oh, well, I'll remove her. I'll go ahead and block her, or I'll just go out cold turkey, never speak to her again. Now, if you're going to do that, you also have to remember, what are you going to end up doing when you decide to want to respond, right? So if you're not going to do it full on and also expect the results that you really want in order for you to go ahead and break no contact, then don't do it. That just means separate yourself. Once you see that, okay, she played me or she's trying too much, go ahead and just disconnect. Disconnecting means don't reply, don't answer, and ignore. And so that's not something so heavy for y'all to do when you realize, okay, I see what it is. But I feel like sometimes you got to see what it is because you got to remove your emotions and be like, is this right? Right? And the best way and how I'll complete this is that you got to see and say, is this the type of girl that I want to deal with? Or can I see myself dealing with this in 5 years from now? If you can't, then you know what it is. Don't even waste your time. Get to the ignoring. I'll leave it at that, but I'll definitely bring this video back up. Of course, let me know other types of videos that y'all want to see. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and comment down below all the things that you want to say, what's on your mind. Let it be known and check out those links in my bio. Bye, y'all.